welcome, D. Lucas.
Hey man, how you doing?
We're doing fine. It's like I'm so happy that you were able to come in and
Oh
take care of this. It's like we both made a little boo boo. We both missed this altogether. It's like and it's interesting that we did. It's like he says, "Hey, I'll be down," and I thought, "Uh oh." I
Right.
took a look at my calendar and it said December 15th.
And that's one of the good problems that I have. I play so much. Sometimes my dates and stuff kind of gets crossed up.
Have you ever missed a gig?
Oh no,
No.
I'm not missing a gig, but sometimes I may get before it actually happens, I kind of get the dates. Okay,
Oops.
this is the week that I go out of town.
Yeah, so you make sure and double
Right,
check.
right.
It's going to be nice. It's nice to see you back in Denver. It's like you've been moving around and stuff, and we talked about you going over the pond, over the phone, and you said you've been out there, and so, they love you out in Europe, and so.
Actually, I went out to London for the first time back in, I think it was May. That was my first time going over to London. Had a great time. In fact, I had such a great time I would be back, going back over there in April.
Wow, that's gonna be nice. What's the name of the venue that you play out there?
Well, the one I played back in May was Pizza Express Live
Wow.
in the Holborn area. This time around, I'm going to be at Soul Mama Music Cafe. Soul Mama Music Lounge.
Very nice.
Oh, it's a nice room, so I can't wait to play there.
And a lot of people come to see you, and it's different. I mean, people are still the same. You look at people out there; they look the same until they open their mouths. The cadence,
different cultures.
Yeah, culture, cadence,
Oh,
everything
yeah.
about the way they sound, talk, like you might.
Well, that's the beauty of it. It's like with music and stuff, it kind of brings all those different cultures together. So I always love being engaged around a lot of different people, a lot of different styles of cultures and stuff, because it also kind of represents what I do musically.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And then last time you were in, you were doing a show over there at the Soil Dome. And did you hear what happened? We both like, what the heck went wrong here?
Yeah.
It's family inner family matters that you never know go on
Right.
with a lot of the venues, and you think, how did that happen?
Well, it's unfortunate that it did. I don't know the details of it, but the thing about it was definitely a big blow to the Denver community, because the Soul Dome was the place, for many years, for many artists to come to town, to perform and really meet the people.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, you did lots of things over there. You
Yeah.
and Tony Exum,
Yeah.
you did a couple of things together, and that was really nice. People get to see you two together.
Right. Did quite a few events with Tony and a couple other sax players. We had this package called Nothing But the Sax. We did that, and I was very fortunate to have my own headliner shows the last couple of years, before I think they closed the doors and stuff. But again, very unfortunate. Very beautiful room, nice room, great people. Always came out to the room to support the music. It's definitely gonna be missed.
Yeah, and there was a big article about, like I said, the family, infighting inside the family. It's sad to see that, like I say, sometimes when there's a lot of money going back and forth and there's things going on, and, the mama didn't put up with it. She just closed it down. She says, hey, the money's got to be flowing the right way, not into your pocket. And that's what I know went down, so that's why it was closed. But it'd be nice for somebody to grab that thing and open it back up.
Right. Well, in the meantime, there's another great venue that I'm performing tomorrow night at the Rockstar Music Hall.
Yeah, you've never been there.
I've
right?
never been there, but I've heard great things about it. I'm looking forward to it tomorrow night.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you gonna do anything with Tony?
Not this time. I'm headlining the show here. Hopefully, down in 2025, we'll collaborate on some other stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, we still do the Nothing But the Sax across the country.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it's real popular because you can go together.
Right.
And hook up.
Right, but in this case here, this is part of my 20 tour.
Yeah.
And I'm celebrating the new record, 20.
Yes, I see that. You send me some of your stuff. I've got 3 different ones on there.
Yeah.
And man, it popped. Because I used it yesterday.
Really?
Oh yeah, because we have the Smoothie Jazz show on Thursday. So that's why you see them all 3 down there, and I was popping it up in there.
Okay.
And I put 3 on the tree, is what I called it.
All right.
Yeah, with D. Lucas, we go play a 3 on the tree, and let all 3 play.
Yeah.
One, after another, and then I do cross fading, so that way one fades right into the next one, into the next. It really came out nice.
Nice.
A lot of response, and so they said, "Whoa,
Good. Well, I tell you, this record here, it symbolizes a lot about me as an artist. In fact, 20 is basically, it basically says I'm celebrating 20 years as a recording artist. So basically, the energy that I'm putting into the record kind of resonates, and hopefully, it responds well to the people.
You know it is.
So,
You know, you've been at this a while, so
yeah.
it seems like each time you put out something, man, you just pack it in there. It's like building an engine and listening to it roar, you know. So it's like some of that music, like I said, all three together really go hand in hand. And it's like, Jesus,
Well, I'm glad you said that. Because,
GD,
you know,
what's up?
I'm glad you said that. At least that kind of validates that I'm kind of trending in the right direction.
You are. So like, you know,
So
we
that's
have
a good
Bose,
thing.
you know, Bose playbacks in here. It's
Mhm.
like we turn up that Bose and blast the building.
Well, you know, as an artist, I mean, you're only good as your producers, and
That's right.
I've had some great producers the last couple of years that really have augmented my sound.
And you can
Yeah.
tell on this one, Jesus.
Yeah.
And all the other ones too are
Oh, yeah.
super good. But like you say, as you grow, and you've
Oh,
been
yeah.
doing this a while. How many years now?
Ooh, 20.
20
As a
years.
solo,
That's
yeah.
why you put
That's
20.
why I call it 20 because it's celebrating my 20 years as a recording artist. I've been playing a couple of years before that, but when I struck out for solo artists, 2004.
And then you know I've said this before. A lot of people
Mhm.
don't know that the type of axe that you use is the soprano. Is that
Soprano
correct? It's the
saxophone.
soprano sax.
Mhm.
And a lot of other artists, you know, they'll do the alto, the tenor, and the other. They'll have three or four, even the soprano.
Right.
But you know, because you've modified it so well to fit you just right, they know you for that.
Well, yeah.
Soprano sax.
Yeah, every now and then I may play tenor, but basically my sound is gravitated towards the soprano. I like the sound of it. It's
I always have too.
I've always loved the soprano. I don't, of course, I love the tenor as well in alto, but it was just something about the soprano and the voicing of it that really kind of identifies something that I would like to play.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I
right.
stayed with it.
And so, are you collaborating with any female or other male artists on some of their albums?
Let's see, not yet, not on other projects. I've done a couple over the years, but not as of late. But I've had quite a few of vocalists that come onto my projects
Yeah.
and did really well, like
It
Selena
sounds good.
Albright
Yeah, that's
on the last record.
Gerald Albright's daughter.
Right, right, right. She did a wonderful song called "Love Is Enough" on the No Boundaries album that came out in '23. She did
Yes.
a great job. Matter of fact, when I went over to London, she was the special guest.
Oh, was she really?
Yeah,
Whoa.
she killed it.
Yeah.
She killed it, man. Yeah.
Look who she has as a father to show her
Hey,
some.
can't go wrong. Apples doesn't fall from the tree.
What do you think of Gerald Albright's playing? You know, you just like
Gerald?
You like look at
Man.
him and say, how do you put the, you know? It's like,
You really can't size it up, man.
Yeah, you
because,
can't.
Nah, because he's his own guy and he has his own thing. We've all pulled from others that's come before us, but it's fair to say that Gerald is in his own lane.
right.
He's definitely an institution to the contemporary jazz world, but can play anything. And he's definitely a model for a lot of saxophone players. He's a great inspiration to me.
In this 20, you've
Mhm.
really put out a lot. I see it on a lot of charts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And I see it, and we even have it back there, you know. So,
Oh.
and it was up. You posted it up there on the different charts, you know.
Right
I
away.
couldn't share it because you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I could, but I just was trying to hurry put this poster together quickly.
Right.
Just so everybody knows, we kind of got the date mixed up. It was positioned at December 15th, so
Yeah.
you know, I kept wondering. Then you text me, says, "Hey, I'm going to shoot on." I go, "Wait."
Yeah, I'll take the hit on that one.
But see how fast we put this together, and
Right.
we didn't let it fail.
Nah, you did a great job.
Which is still coming out. We got it up on social media quickly, and
Right.
a lot of people responded. So you know, like we said, you know, you get to look up here, and it's nice to see the value of how many people come
Oh
in.
man, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's coming in all the way from like Singapore and Hamburg and Europe and all these places,
Oh wow.
and Frankfurt.
I just want to say thank you for chiming in because
It's really cool,
that
isn't
speaks
it?
volumes to your radio station.
Yes, it does. Well, we've been around a long, long time.
That's good.
Lord have mercy, a long time.
That's good.
I know. It's
You
like,
know, we're just about to say that because some stations come and go.
that's right. And ours we've been now our 14th year, And we
Congrats.
were around before, like I said, before the word platform, before the word stream, before the word podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look up here, we have podcast directory dating back to 2014.
Mhm.
Everybody would say, what's a podcast? They would.
Right.
2014, huh? It's a recording of our show.
Yeah.
What's a podcast? You know?
Right.
So now it's very popular.
Very popular.
And so we still, record it, so
Mhm.
that way people can use it for podcasting later if they're here. And they can put it up on their websites and say, here's my podcast that I was at a live stream,
Nice.
and now we're on a podcast. And
Okay.
so it's really neat, yeah. So
Yeah.
because sometimes there'll be people in here and they'll share it to about 5 different places. It's on all these different podcasts or
I
websites.
think it helps your brand, and it helps engage, kind of increases your followers as well.
That's right, and it's
Yeah.
really nice. And so, I did a search because we patch in with Channel 2, Channel 31, 7, 9, all the big stations here because, we do a lot of different shows of all variations. And
Mhm.
so it's nice as some of their people come here.
Right.
And it's nice to see them sitting in here and then you go see them on their channels and,
Right.
and we collaborate. That's what makes it work so
That's
well.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And then the music, we bring lots of music and musical artists within our studio.
Right.
And you know this, and you hit me up last time you were here, it was like 2 years ago, and
Mhm.
I was happy to have you here. And that's when we were talking about you being at the Soiled Dove,
Right.
and that turned out really good for you.
Oh,
It
man,
was
it was great.
kick booty.
Yeah, it was a lot of people there, and the vibe was really good.
Yeah,
It was
well,
really good.
and you turned it out. And how many you like the standing ovations? Of course you do, and you get those a lot sometimes. Sometimes you get these kind of rooms they just sit there and stare in awe.
Right, and the thing is, it's kind of hard to read because sometimes, because they don't applaud anything, that doesn't mean they're not enjoying the music. Sometimes they're just locked into what
That's
you're
just it,
doing.
yeah.
So you kind of have to read the room and kind of understand that you do what you do, just keep doing what you do, and it'll
It
work
all
out.
works out,
It
yeah.
works out in the end.
And then you get those rooms where they're going crazy,
Yeah.
whistling, cheering,
Yeah.
chicks are screaming, and
Absolutely.
it's like
So-
it's really. I said chicks only. I had to go there.
Right.
Yeah. So as we go forward, you came to town and you're going to do the show. How's the show sales going? Pretty good.
Actually, it's doing great. Actually, I think all the VIP tickets are sold out.
And that's what you want.
Yeah, you want that.
Mhm.
And I think there are a few tickets for the general admission, so
should
you
be-
definitely get those. There's still some available.
Yeah, and they usually walk up and go right in.
Yeah.
And so those are kind of nice. And you doing any shows for the holidays?
I have two shows. December 14th, I will be in Richmond, Virginia at the Tin Pan, and also I'm going after the holidays, December 29th, I will be at Paso Robles and Libretto. It's kind of like a wine country.
Oh, really? Those are fun things.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of these wine companies, have you noticed, they're bringing in the music within their wine companies and
Mhm.
having, cheese, wine, little dinner, or just great entertainment like yourself, just
Yeah.
to draw people in and have some wine.
Well, it goes hand in hand.
It does.
Because the music that we do, it kind of presents the lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see, like, which one can we play that? We have Tighten Up here, and then we have this one here, Weak Spot.
Let's kick it on with Tighten Up.
Okay. And we're going to play it right now so you can hear what D. Lucas is sounding like out there. And it's really nice to be able to. So what I'm going to do, just to be on the safe side, I talk while the music plays because for some reason the social media always tries to get us for copyright infringement, even though you're here sitting within the studio.
Okay.
It's just they use their, AI or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Kind of track it.
Yeah, so that's why when I talk, it just can't quite grab it. So,
That's cool.
that's why I talk like I'm talking now. It's not interrupting the good music. It's putting it together the way it should be.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But this is Tighten Up if you want. I'm going to crank it up just a little bit so you can hear it. So, is it just you on this one? Who's
This song here is produced by Adam Hawley.
Oh,
Adam Hawley. It's all live instruments, of course. No features, but he produced it. Let's see, Mel Brown on bass, Eric Valentine on drums. I think that was it.
Wow.
Oh, But it was a great, great band that assembled to this song. That's Adam. He's a hit maker.
Oh yeah, Adam Hawley. Yeah, because I play some of his music. A lot of his older. I'll use some of his older stuff along
Yeah.
with the brand new stuff coming through here.
Oh yeah.
And so what I do is, and like I was telling you, sometimes I'll put like all three of yours.
Hmm.
I put, the voices. This is Three on the Tree with your
Yeah.
music, and then I'll put Adam Hawley, and I just keep going down the line. But I'll put some of his older stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
And so I like to put the brand new with the older, and then the in between.
Right.
And it comes out really nice.
Yeah, this particular song here, it was actually the first single to kick off the album.
Was it really?
Yeah, I dropped this record off earlier this year before the actual album was released.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's nice to do that. Give everybody a teaser or a taste.
Yeah, it
before
kind of
launches.
sets the tone for
Yeah,
the
it does.
album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, one place that I've always wondered if you ever played was New York City.
Played the Blue Note.
The Blue Note.
I played at the Blue Note.
And so I have this big book on the Blue Note,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a history of it. And it's like a collector piece.
Yeah.
And when you said the Blue Note, whoa.
I played the Blue Note. It's kind of funny because I played at midnight.
That's okay. They go round the clock there.
Man, let me tell you, they had a line waiting for me. It's like before I was coming on at midnight, there was a show. I think it was Spyro Gyra.
Yeah.
They had two shows that evening, early that evening. Then when they wrapped it up, I was coming on midnight.
It was a long
And
line.
that line was just as long. So
And you say, what the hell?
yeah,
That's New York City.
It was great.
New York City's
Yeah,
alive.
it never
you know.
sleeps, man.
It never sleeps.
Right.
And you're right about that. It's always going.
Yeah.
And so you turned it out for them.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Mhm. And that's nice. New York City is always a place to hit and go for. You know?
Hmm. You know, oddly enough, New York City, they don't really, you don't see a lot of smooth jazz artists coming through there.
That's right.
It's mostly traditional jazz.
That's what I was telling you. It's like sometimes you get the older stuff.
Yeah,
It's different
It's
because
mostly
it goes way
traditional
back
jazz.
into the day.
yeah, it really is.
Mhm. And so the kind of music you play is usually on, of course, Denver. Denver loves this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then the West Coast, of course, and
Mhm.
you go down south.
South tends to like mostly contemporary jazz. Pretty much a melting pot of everything.
That's right.
R&B.
Atlanta, Georgia's.
Yeah, it's a melting pot. So
Yeah.
they like soul music, R&B, gospel, hip hop, of course. And but what I'm doing, it kind of fits the bill as well.
Have you ever thought of incorporating any hip hop, like with
Mhm.
your? Have you done anything like that?
I've done some in my earlier works, but really didn't go full burden
Yeah,
with it. I just put little teasers in it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Just a little bit in there. Boy,
Mhm.
that sounded good, didn't it? And so we'll just kind of go back down on that one, and then we'll go with the other two as we continue our interview here with you, Dee. And it's really cool to see you again. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you haven't been here like our new studio because we were at our other place, and
Mhm.
you couldn't quite make out where we were at. You said,
No, I mean, actually, I thought this was the same room because I remember going upstairs and stuff.
Yeah.
But this is a nice room.
Yeah, it's-
This is really nice.
yeah, it's
I
a
love it.
whole different change now. So.
Yeah.
And we expanded 5 times the size. Well, over there was to us, it was just like we called it a closet.
Hey.
Our other room that we had before the pandemic, it was 3,100 square feet, and it had in the warehouse we had a sound stage where you could actually perform and broadcast live out.
Really?
So, yeah, it was really cool. That was the first one.
You know, growth is good.
Yeah. But we had to scale back because this pandemic really messed everybody up. I mean, we're still alive, and it didn't kill us or nothing. We kept going, which is really advantageous to keeping this spot alive for everybody.
Oh yeah.
And we've had a lot of different guests, and I've got some coming out of Europe, out of Korea.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be. I've got to swing it for time zone framing, say, and that's going to be different. Her name is Zhu C or Z Soup. There we go. Z
Zisu. Okay. I'm gonna look out for. I'm gonna check her out.
Yeah, so I'm going to do an interview with her. So we got all these different variations of people that are coming through here, and it's like, it comes from all over the planet. Like you come from another city, but yet you're like at home.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it cool?
It's like a second home for me.
That's what I was telling you. It's like
I love coming here.
Yeah. Do you like Denver?
I love Denver.
Yes.
The only thing I don't like is this sarcastic weather I get.
You gotta bring your flip flops after that. You gotta
Oh,
make sure you
man,
have
every
your
time I come here, it's cold or
snowshoes.
snow, and then as soon as I leave, everyone's back out barbecuing again. I said, this is
That
crazy.
is Denver, yeah.
But you know what? I love it because it's a clean environment.
Yeah.
To me, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have you here. That's what's so cool.
Yeah.
And of your soprano saxes. Now we talked. If I remember, you have several of them.
No, actually, I only have one.
Mhm.
I need to get more than one because anything
If
can
something
happen.
happens, yeah.
Yeah, I need backup. But I've changed different brands over the years. I
Okay.
started out with the Yamaha Custom, and I held on to that for like 15 years. And then I had a couple of others, but I got recently endorsed with Sax Dakota.
Oh, really? Is that a good sax?
And I love it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
good
reason why I
stuff,
left the
yeah.
Yamaha Custom because of this horn and what it gave me.
You say, whoa.
Yeah, it was just as heavy as the Yamaha Custom, and then I was able to get great intonation
Mm-hmm.
just naturally by default from top to bottom of the horn, and that's what you want. You want balance.
Of course.
You don't want
and then
the
your
horn to fight
reeds.
you.
Now you gotta have the right reeds.
You gotta have the right reeds, and
Because a lot of people talk about the
well,
reeds.
you know,
part.
the setup is very intriguing because what works on one horn may not work as well on the other horn.
That's right. And the kind of reeds you use.
I use the Diodara, which used to be the Rico Jazz Select. I use a 3 medium, which is pretty tight.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna say.
not light. I like
yeah,
a
little
tough.
heavier,
Yeah, I
yes.
like a heavier
So
reed.
you can, because if you're gonna give it some, because if you get a little tiny split or something go wrong, it's
Yeah.
like, damn it, you gotta.
Right. And plus, I blow kind of hard. I blow hard. So I found myself when I tried it too, just for the heck of it, I was overblowing. I was overblowing. So I
You
said,
say
no.
getting yourself all winded and stuff.
No, it was just that it just didn't come across right sound wise. It's just I was overplaying and you got squeaks and stuff.
Yeah,
But no.
and you would know, but you wouldn't sure.
Right.
But there's some musicians out there like, hey,
Right.
D, what's up?
right. So no, the 3 works for me.
So we're gonna hit the next one.
What's that?
Weak Spot?
Oh yeah, that song is currently number 2 in the UK, and it's an R&B based song featuring.
And that's what
Kevin
you
Bennett.
told me.
Yeah.
When you sent it to me,
Mhm.
because you'll like this, and I do, because sometimes on my jazz show, I'll
Mhm.
switch a little of the R&B and go back and forth.
Mhm.
But it's R&B that's a little more smooth, like a jazz sound.
Yeah.
So we'll go with this one if you guys want to hear it as we continually talk and stuff. Weak Spot. What made you call it Weak Spot? Featuring Kevin Bennett. Bennett?
Kevin Bennett. Yeah. So this song was actually presented to me by a college friend,
Wow.
a college buddy,
Wow.
Melvin Baldwin.
Mm.
Melvin Baldwin is an all-around drummer, and he had this song that he wanted to put out, and I took a listen to it. I said, I can use this song here, and I sat around with it for about 6 months before I even did anything to it. The hardest part was the vocals were so great on it.
Yes, you didn't want to.
I didn't want to overplay,
Yeah.
so I had tried to find some balance on where can I put the horn, and it just felt better just to do less.
Oh, really?
More was less.
Yes, because I noticed that there's more
Less is
singing.
more.
Yeah.
Less is more in
Mhm.
this song right here.
But
Had
it
a-
still comes through really sweet.
Yeah, because I really wanted to respect what the vocalist was saying.
That's right. And see, the vocalist, I mean, he sounds real good. I'm going to crank
Oh,
it up
yeah.
so we can hear it a little bit.
I can do anything Superman can do. Oh,
There you are.
in my history. That's why it's such a mystery.
And it comes through really sweet. I mean, I got a lot of play on the three on the tree, because
Okay.
people start saying, "Who is that?" I go,
Really?
just, where do I get it? I go here, go to his site.
There you go.
And so that's generally we could do that now. Back in the day, it's like,
Really?
where do you get it at? It's like,
Oh, okay.
because a lot of people go to the sites where you can purchase it at on
Right.
iTunes or wherever
Right.
wherever you put your sales at. Some people put it just on their website.
You go straight to the website, or you go straight to Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
And there's certain places that you can get it. So I tell them I usually refer them right to your website or to the
Mhm.
Facebook, and it'll take you right to the website.
Absolutely.
And so there's all these different. If you notice that all the social media, there's all these new ones popping up.
Oh, yeah.
What is this?
And the streaming has so many different outlets, and it's not so many physical distributions outlets, but it's a plethora of streaming outlets and downloads and stuff. And I guess that's cool because everybody has their own
That's right.
way of how they want to access music. It's up to us to make sure we deliver to them.
And what's nice, a lot of people start, their own little radio stations. Some
Mhm.
get bigger and stuff like that. But because we have the advantage of being around for so long,
Yeah.
we built this giant audience, and we have our network is huge. It's like you can tell how huge it is
Yeah.
just become. And so we know it. We know where, hey, we pop it up there. Well, who is that? And we get a million. And so what we do now, we use AI to do the answering to a lot of people. Yeah, it's slick.
It's nice.
It's real nice. And so we use AI for some of the voices in here. And
Wow.
it's changed. It's helped us.
I'm trying to understand AI.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to understand the capabilities.
And we have a couple of songs on here that are done by AI.
What?
Yes, I'll even let you listen to it after we listen to your music.
Mm.
I'll let you listen to one. And
That's where it's going, huh?
yeah, it's already there. And so we use it as a tool mainly. This guy, he wrote 3 different songs, man. And this one I'm gonna let you listen to. It's like, whoa.
Mm.
And so, but he writes the words, and he has AI kind of put the music together for him and goes from there.
Mm.
Weak Spot, there you go. If you guys want this, where can they purchase that at,
You
D?
can get it directly from my website at dlucas.com. And you can also, it's on all the streaming platforms, but also if you wanted to get the physical distribution, you can go to Amazon. But
You can get it right
first
there.
stop is always at my website.
And it's nice to see all these different things that are happening for, artists like yourself. And,
Mhm.
you're solid. You have 20 years, and this is your 20. That's why you did this album, to celebrate that.
Mhm.
And it's nice to see that, how far you've come and how it sounds. And like I said, I did all 3 of them yesterday,
yeah.
back to back to back. And it was sweet to see that, And so, I was wondering how many people are going to really like how it sounds.
Mm.
Man, it was extreme. It was really
That's
nice.
good. I appreciate that.
And so right here, I'm going to show you what now is changing the direction of a lot of things. And so it's interesting how this is AI.
It's AI.
But to me, wouldn't sax go good in here really nice? So, and then is that wild or what?
Wow.
Yeah. And this one, and he wrote this, and then we put it out there on our network, and it became a hit. So we had to pull it down. I go, you don't have this copyright, dude. So we had to copyright it real quick.
Right.
And then we put it back up.
Right.
So I go, Ken, I told him, hey, it's really moving. And so
Wow.
if you get something good going, like I said,
Sounds great.
it's wild. It's very simplistic. He wrote the words, but I told him these words can fit anything. It's a song for playing golf, a hole in one.
Yeah.
But I think it fits everything, like life. It fits relationships. It fits a lot of things,
Should producers be concerned?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I guess artists as well, because
Yes.
I'm sure you get voices.
Well, yes and no. You gotta have like yourself. You gotta have that talent to write, and then you put it into AI. AI just cannot create without anything. It's gotta be these words.
It
are
has
put
to be
in there.
template.
Yes,
That's
you
the
put your
template.
words in there. You put
Okay.
the kind of music, the tempo you want, and then you can add your sax.
I definitely don't know enough about AI to pursue it, but if that's where it's going, you got to take advantage of some of the benefits of it
It's interesting.
and don't fall behind.
And so, here's the voices. I'll show you. Hold on, that was the one voice. Oops. And it's interesting because, like I said, what we can do with it for us, because of what we do, it's really nice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right. It's nice.
What do you think? Isn't that
It's
cool?
amazing.
Yeah, Tony, when he was in here, we did an interview with him. I let him listen to this because he does his show
It's
down
amazing.
in Colorado Springs. He goes,
Yeah.
"Hey, send that to me."
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you listen to a bumper that was made by it too, but we don't use it to. It's somebody else doing this. It's they're the ones creating the music with this, but they, give it to us. And I said, "Well, let me hear it."
Okay.
Jesus, I didn't expect it to sound like that,
Right.
And it's real interesting. And then but we use the same kind of softwares, the AI softwares. And we've been doing this for 4 years, but we didn't get heavy into it because ours was the beta versions, and I was just using it all, just testing it all, just to see how it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to hear this.
Music, fun, frolic, and the best in jams, dance music, slow bedroom and hot music. Use KUHS radio for your listening pleasures.
So that was an AI,
That's AI generated.
yeah, commercial, but we use those because we know, they're so easy to make. It helps us out. Now, when we're pushing your music, I could put the AI behind it, in front of it, on the side of it, saying trending, or this is now your song, and that's what I do.
Wow.
So I put the two pieces, like I'll put it on two pieces on top, one on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Get, the AI will say, "Get this now," and it really helps. 'Cause when people are listening, like I said, you're listening all over the place.
So you basically use it as a trailer.
Yes.
As a trailer.
Yeah. So it like advertises. I can do it. I can do it live, and I
Yeah.
do. But then I let that it's snappy. It sounds so good.
And it sells.
Yeah, it sells right away.
Because it's so professional. That's a
Yeah.
professional sound.
Mm-hmm. And it's slick. It works out just fine for what we're doing here. And like, especially the songs that you have and the ones you sent to me, it's like, Jesus,
Right.
D, what you doing here, brother?
I tell you what, this current song I have called 20 is
Mhm.
featuring Michael Broner.
Mhm.
I never would ever say this, but that song right here checks all the boxes.
See, that's what's nice. That's what I was telling you.
It checks all the boxes. It's by far my best record.
And so.
And I don't like saying that.
No, it's
because-
okay. No, that's what this is about. That's what this
Yeah.
interview is about. You have to, have it within yourself to know what you have.
Yeah.
And a lot of these big artists that hit the big hits all the time do know
Mhm.
what they have.
Oh yeah.
Like you take Bruno Mars. He
Mhm.
knows he's got a hit when he comes out.
Oh, yeah.
And he pushes it hard.
Oh yeah.
And that's what you do. You go and you deliver.
Yeah. This song here, 20. I definitely stand by this one here.
This is the next one.
20. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Featuring Michael Broner. He actually
Yes.
produced that.
And so we're gonna get busy with this now. We're gonna let this roll so you can hear what it sounds like. So you're hearing D. Lucas here at the KUHS studios live in the studio. We kind of got a little mixed up, otherwise we'd had a lot more advertisement going on, but we had our dates, our months crisscrossed.
That's on me. Yeah, I messed that up. I dropped the
We
ball.
did and we didn't. You got a hold of me in time. I went, we put this together. I have help here, and they just, I get this, I got you.
Right.
Yes,
You did great.
Yes,
Yeah.
it comes out. We created a poster, popped it all over the social media,
Oh yeah.
and it came out really, really nice. So it's good to have D. Lucas here in our studio, down in our KUHS studios. It's so slick to have this going on. This song is all on point. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah. I love it. I feel real good about it. I was actually talking to the producer about it, Michael, and this song here, I sat on this record for about a year before I released it because I wanted to make sure it was right.
You
I
kept
want-
going over and listening to other parts. Did you readjust some of the
Oh
parts?
yeah, and he actually took it to another level because some of the things that I recorded, like in the bottom part of the
Yeah.
record, he took that part that I recorded at the end of the record, and he put it in the middle.
So it gives it some more flavor, huh?
I never thought it would sound right there.
Yeah. So it sounded great.
Well, that's what producers do.
And they make it sound, where it's a hit.
Yeah.
A bullet. Back in the day, they called them a bullet to the top, #1 hit.
Yeah.
It comes out great too, so.
But this is when you need producers that's neck and above. that's above, that can actually help you try to say what you're trying to say, because they know.
Exactly
They,
right.
they know.
Yeah. Do you ever play with him live?
No,
Never.
this is my first time actually working with him.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is my first time working.
Would you play with him live?
I would
Hell
love to.
yeah.
I would love to. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's got like 20 plus #1 hits, and he's amazing. I think he's kind of flown below the radar, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a matter of time before he becomes that go-to guy.
And see, you see how I have all three right there. When I played them yesterday on the Smoothie Jazz Show, I waited. I did 2 or 3 songs or 5 songs, and then I came in and talked a lot about your release.
Yeah.
And then I put AI in there, top to bottom, so it can just tell it's the #1 station bringing you the #1 hits. And
Right.
here are the hits, and it just all 3 of them nailed it to me. All 3 of them. And then, like I said, I faded all 3 of them where they just meshed together
Oh,
one
really?
after another.
Nice.
Came out sweet.
Nice.
Which means we're a 10-second crossfade, which is kind of like maybe it brushes, one brushes the next. It just one's ending, one's starting. It just kind of
Nice.
sounds so sweet. This is one of them that was big. And the other one you have down here,
What was
I
that?
started that in the middle, and this one's the one I started with.
Weak spot. Okay. Got it.
And then the other one was in the middle, and this one here was the last,
Gotcha.
the jamming one. And it to me is like, yeah, I got all 3. Yeah, D, you can't say more than we've said about what you've been doing. It's like clean.
Yeah.
How was your flight anyway? Was it
Flight
smooth?
was great.
Yeah. Except getting toward Denver, it's always a little bumpy. Getting
Yeah,
toward Denver, it's
I
always-
rarely sleep on the plane, but I did this time because it was so early. But I got to Denver around 7 o'clock, and but the flight was great. It's always great.
It's nice. And so, how long are you going to be staying here? Till Sunday?
Sunday morning.
And then you'll take off. You don't have family. You're staying in the hotel.
I'm gonna stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, of course, you get a little lonely sometimes.
I do have friends here. But
I know.
I have a lot of good friends here, but hotel it is this time. And and then if it's not music, I'm into sports.
Oh, so you like to?
It's football Saturday. Oh yeah.
It's football Saturday.
I'm in football mode.
Yeah. So, what do you think of CU?
They are back on the map again.
My word.
They're going to get better.
Yes, and I'm really having a strange feeling he may take it all the way this year. They are looking like a mighty team all of a sudden.
He said one of the things that he said last year. He said he needs some beef up front.
Yes,
and that's what he went out and got.
He went and got it. He knows what to do.
And that's where the games are won.
Yes, right up front.
In
Stop
the
them all
trenches.
and move.
Yeah, and he knows that. And when I think he's got Warren Sapp on his coaching staff. That helps because he understands the trenches because he
That's right.
played in the trenches.
And him himself, the coach. I mean, he was a super badass
Yeah,
himself.
oh yeah.
And you have to take your hat off to him. And everybody was the people who always want to give him the negative side of him. It's like, what are we doing here?
Right. Well, the thing is, I think the biggest gripe was he was so flamboyant.
Yeah,
So-
a
so
lot of
they-
people don't like that.
so they-
How come?
they-
I think that's cool.
They couldn't get past that part, not understanding that he was a very smart person.
Yeah.
Not just App was smart. Dion is very smart.
Yeah, you could tell the way he
He's
puts
very
it.
smart. So as a lot of things he does is very calculating,
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
comes out and says it like it is, and he can see it.
and he understands marketing.
Yes, quickly.
He understands marketing. So
Yeah, he's made so much for. I could not believe not last game. Last game he got paid a bonus of $100,000, and
Really?
the game before that $50,000. And as
Mm.
he keeps beating all these big schools. Whoa.
Well, that's an incentive in itself.
Well, he brought $100 million to CU with his program.
Yeah.
And they said it was a steal to get him for only $30 million. I can't even fathom that. Can you?
Right.
$30 million to play football? Okay.
Right.
And coach it. Well, you got to have your shit together, though.
Yeah, that's right. So I think they're going to do really well.
Yeah.
They're doing really well this year, and next year's going to be even better.
Nice. Okay, so worldwide, as we see a lot of stuff coming in, I'm seeing like the Bronx and Maryland.
Hey.
I'm seeing different areas of places that are logging in with you, and it's interesting. Like Quebec,
That's
you know,
amazing.
up north, and I'm just seeing.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of jazz people up north in Canada and
Yeah.
stuff. And but of course, out in Europe, we both know that.
Mm-hmm.
And then back east and south,
Mhm.
as we look at some of these cities, it's nice to see Chicago, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Got Chicago up there. They knew you were on here, so.
Yeah.
And they like to listen. Sometimes people come back, they don't have time to check it out, but they can rerun this.
They can rerun it.
And you'll see it just climb way up there.
I'm just amazed on the coverage on the listeners as we speak.
Yes, and that's just nice, yeah.
Right.
And before, when we used to do this, it wasn't quite as much.
Mhm.
Some people would get on, they'll sit for about 5 minutes, and maybe they're at work or whatever. Other people stay on for the whole show.
Is there a peak time?
Actually, no, because we're dealing with the planet.
So it's pretty consistent.
It's consistent,
That's
and so,
beautiful.
like, in, like, we go, like, let's say Bangkok, Thailand, those areas, it's 13 hours ahead of time.
Yeah.
So then if we're in the morning, it's like evening. In Europe, it's 8 hours difference. Like if it's 4 o'clock, it's 12 midnight. So
Right.
you have your variables, and some people are in Europe. They're out partying at 12
That's right.
midnight.
That's right.
You know, they have a shorter work week and stuff, and so
Mhm.
you have all the variables, and so we have to be able to understand it. At first, we didn't get it. And
Right.
So,
Right.
our European people, our people in the Orient, they would kind of teach us, like,
Mhm.
hey, these people here don't do this. These people don't do that.
Certain mannerisms.
That's right. Everything, just the
Yeah.
way they
It's the culture.
yeah, and the way they
Different
listen to music, or
Yeah.
when they go out at night. Some go out 10 o'clock at night, or some go at 7 o'clock, or it's just all variables.
Right.
And so you can't really gauge it.
Right.
And so the good jazz, and so we do 2 shows. We do the 4 to 6 o'clock one on Mondays,
Mhm.
which it's going to be a different sound, 13-hour difference into another part of the world. Other people pick us up all over the nation
Mhm.
with a 2-hour difference, east or west coast, earlier or later.
Mhm.
And so it's perfect at that time. Like the Smoothie Jazz Show, which is 12 to 2, which I was playing your stuff in.
Right.
I can hit a lot of people because it's that
Yeah.
time frame, 8 hours, no matter what.
That's a
They're,
good peak
they're
right
at,
there.
yeah, that's a really good spot. That's why I put that show. It's called the Smoothie Jazz Show, lunchtime edition. Where if you're in Europe, it's only 8 hours. It's only 8 o'clock at night. So,
Right.
So
Okay.
it kind of works out how
Okay.
we're putting the show, so that when we play the music, we know that it's hitting the right ears. You know what I mean?
Well, you got the plan together.
Yeah.
You got
And
it.
so I can show you because I have a snapshot of this. On the Smoothie Jazz Show, like yesterday, we hit at 12,000 people.
Mhm.
It was huge. It was massive.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was massive, and so it was nice to see that you were hitting it big right there. It's like Jesus.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. And so I don't know how you market yourself, and it just this same way, just push it to all the different outlets that can help you through this.
Yeah, well, it's a combination of what type of areas, like radio. I have a radio promoter, so
Yeah.
he promotes. He sends my music out to a lot of different stations,
All over.
and we get behind it. And I just don't rely on him just to promote. I do my part as well as
Of
a writer,
course,
so
yeah.
I kind of engage myself.
And doing this right here,
Yeah,
this is big for you.
You know, social media has been really a plus, because now you can piggyback on what my radio promoter is doing, and you can kind of capitalize on that, and just stay engaged with the audience.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so, is there anything you want to tell anybody that is your family watching? Anybody watching?
Well,
You always have
wanted
fun with this
I just
stuff.
always want to say thanks to all the listeners. That's first and foremost, because without them, we wouldn't be where we are today. And I've watched my career from start to finish, and I've seen how they played a role into where I am today. So I really want to say thanks to all the listeners that have supported me over the years.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're documenting everything, all your travels, your places, the venues,
Yeah.
pictures, as
Yeah.
much stuff as you can.
Yeah.
Don't let that go.
Oh, no.
Make sure and capture everything.
Absolutely.
Because one day, something hits big, everybody's going to be after certain things that you have, like
Right.
a picture of this person with this person, or
Right.
whatever it may be.
Right.
I always say that because that happens to a lot of people.
It does. It really does.
And they would say, "Do you have a picture of him with him?" Yeah, I do.
And I'm glad you say that because sometimes, 90% of the time, I remember people that I first encountered
Yeah.
early 2000s I haven't seen them since then, but I remember them.
It's
I
because
remember the venue.
and they give you such a good warm feeling. You
Mhm.
remember that event. You remember, boy, that felt good to be there at that venue with that person.
Right.
And
Right.
it makes you feel good. You remember that. And so,
And also is that when I engage with the listeners or Facebook friends, all we have is just Facebook. But when I see them live, I remember them.
yeah, that's just
I
nice.
know their name.
Have you got this?
They are
Hey,
surprised.
you look the same way as you do on Facebook.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Right. Right. So they're very surprised by that I know their name
And they like
when
that.
I see them live.
Yeah.
So I try to remember and try to have candid conversations with everyone on Facebook.
That's
And-
nice.
and-
Yeah,
and
because
let you-
and they feel special. That feels good.
Right.
And when you do that, that one person could tell 20 people.
Well,
and that just supports you.
I
know?
think, and I kind of learned as well that I think everyone wants to feel a part.
Yes.
Everyone wants to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And if you can give them that, then that can make a difference in what they're going through every day.
Right. And it's nice, So, we do a lot of things. We also pay forward with a lot of things we do with this outlet. And we did something in New Mexico that was outstanding for a band. The guy went out with his family to the Vatican. He fell and hit his head.
Oh.
Was paralyzed, and he's
Oh,
in
wow.
another country. Couldn't get back. They had to stabilize him. So we did this big fundraiser in New Mexico from here, and we shot it out and helped them out considerably. And things like that, because like you say, your fans, you pay it forward. And he was part of a band. He was the drummer of a band. So we paid it forward, and said, yeah, I'll do that. And so it's stuff that you do, like you said, with your fans. They'll remember you forever.
Yeah.
And they'll remember that. They'll remember our
right.
station, what we did for their dad.
That's right.
They got him back. It cost $135,000 for a jet ambulance to bring him back.
Ooh.
Yeah. So there's all these variables, Dee, and what you do with your audience, just what you said now, and how you approach them, and how you treat them really, really good.
Yeah.
And you engage. And if you don't, people tend to that he's a snot,
Well, we have to remember that what we do, it's a gift.
That's right.
It's a gift, and you should not take it for granted. And the biggest thing that we work towards is humanity,
That's right.
human mankind.
And that's what makes it feel good, So people like you, yourself, coming here to Denver. And I'm really glad that that we put this together.
Yeah.
We still put it together. I said, hey,
Yeah.
no.
You actually were the first person I thought about.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming to Denver, and since I'm here, got a new record. I want to give it to you.
Yeah,
So-
and
so
you
the
got it to me
listeners-
way ahead of time.
So,
That's why
yeah.
I was able to put it on the Smoothie Jazz show
Nice.
yesterday. So this all kind of worked out in our favor, in
Yeah.
your favor, all of us.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Yep.
And sometimes these, when we didn't get time to really push it out there, because I had it as December 15th,
Yeah.
I have the poster partially made, so I'm ready to go, but I said, hey, I'll just finish it up.
Well, who knows? I tell you, I think I may be back some point in 25,
Yeah.
and I'll probably drop another single by then.
And then you can give me a little time, and this time
There we go.
and we'll get it going. And we'll have you even performing here, because now we have tools in here.
Oh, beautiful.
The wireless mics and everything. We have a PA back there.
We can do that.
Yeah, we have all the nice things here that you can just stand up there and
We can do that.
fire it up. And
That's
it's,
easy.
Yeah.
That's easy.
That's easy. That's the easy
Oh,
part.
yeah, that's easy. That's fun.
Well, with that being said, I'm happy to have you here and finish up your interview with us.
My
And
pleasure.
this is part of KUHS World Communications and KUHS Entertainments with the likes of Mr. D. Lucas. Thanks for joining us today and being a part of this. And we're going to put the first one up again, okay?
We'll go back and tighten up.
Tighten up, that's right.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
And we're
it.
going to let it go, and if they get us for copyright infringements, so be it.